From the heart of the Dirty 30, it's South Alabama's #1 podcast, Drive Time with DJ and KJ.
Good Tuesday morning and welcome to Drive Time, the best, worst show ever. Good morning, Kenwood.
Good morning, DJ. What's going on early this morning? Well, not that early, but still early for us. Still hadn't got going good yet. What's happening?
Just ready to get another day.
Another day, another dollar, another something.
Hope so. Hope a dollar's in the future.
Yeah. Maybe so. So, another one in the books yesterday. Of course, Manic Monday gone. Coming up on Memorial Day weekend this weekend. Got any big plans for the weekend?
Wait a minute. That's this weekend. Memorial Day will be Monday.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't have any plans in concrete yet. I've got a couple of things I'm leaning towards, maybe. Some of it down on the coast, possibly.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. That's kind of in your corridor, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah.
You don't mind. You don't mind heading down that way very much, do you?
No, I think I'm gonna probably make the maiden voyage for 2020 sometime this weekend. I should make an appearance down there sometime this weekend. Somebody's got to open up the second sandbar.
I was about to say the second sandbar has been closed long enough, hasn't it?
It's ready.
And I'm trying to get this.
You made a post last night that got some attention, I thought. Tickets on sale.
Tickets are on sale for the Dirty 30 Jam, and it had some good response. Sold. I mean, been several tickets sold already, and matter of fact, there was some being sold this morning. So, I really think that it's going to be one of those things that everybody, if they're like us, they're ready to get out and shake a little leg.
How many people can O'Bannon hold? I remember back, it was about circa 1977, Olympic played Cravers in softball down there, and there was a couple of thousand. And I would have thought as a 7-8-year-old kid that was to capacity, but I got a feeling they can hold a few more than that.
Well, let me say this: we're about to find out. I mean, I don't mean that. I don't mean that like boastful. I'm not saying it that way. What I'm saying is that so many other things have been canceled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And because of that, I just think it's going to be one of those things that we, a lot of people want to come and have a good time and let their hair down, or like us, which not so much you, but I definitely need a haircut. And so, it'd be a good time. But, great lineup. Of course, headlined by the Velcro Pygmies. The Prince Experience. I mean, I'm going to be putting out some videos over the next month, 2 months, what have you, of Tracy Miller did. She got hers. She got her ticket. So, but I'm going to be putting out some videos over the next, couple months. Of course, some pig videos, some Prince Experience videos, maybe even an old school Telluride video or two.
Isn't there also a Fleetwood Mac cover band?
Tusk.
Yeah. I mean, That's going to be a little bit for everybody.
It's going to be, Love is War is playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Sitting back and, having a cold drink.
It's a good primer.
It is.
It's a good primer.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I'm going to tell you, that daggum Chrissy can sing, can't she?
Like a bird.
Yeah. I think it was at Tail Fins that we saw them, and she got up and sang Welcome to the Jungle with them, and it was good.
Okay.
So maybe we can get Cam to call in here in the next day or two and talk about things that's been going on. He's I'll tell you what, some of his Tahoe lives have been quite interesting here lately.
I have not caught a Tahoe live in the last couple of weeks.
They've been kind of interesting, and you gotta see from where he's coming from. I do. So, but anyway, we always, we talked about a little something before the show, but like I said, if people are saying it, we're going to say it back. Good morning, Johnny Sims. Jesse James had to get up and go to work this morning.
Uh-oh.
by the way. They're getting ready for
They're getting for graduation.
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
getting ready for graduation on Friday.
Yeah.
So, good morning, Tracy Miller, Ron McDaniel.
Can I say something real quick?
You can, but I want to say this first. Yes, it was, Ron, and you can call me Tom.
Let me tell you something.
You Heinz 50 ketchup, Heinz 57
I saw yesterday where I don't know the actor's name. I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy who played Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver passed away. Do you know who the modern day Eddie Haskell is?
It's got to be Ron.
It's Ron McDaniel.
It's got to be.
He comes across just as nice and polite and as caring as he can be. And I can tell you something. As soon as the adults turn their back, boom, here he comes. I mean, it's just constant. I get a constant barrage from Ron McDaniel throughout the day.
I got to tell you, though, I thoroughly enjoy his humor. I mean, I really do.
Well, his mother doesn't.
Well,
we've talked about it. Hey, and if you think he's something, you ought to meet his brother Darren.
I'm gonna tell you something. He is a trip for sure.
Miriam is my hero.
Good morning, Kimberly Blair, Jamie Lambeth. Let's see, Coach Scott Goolsby's in this morning. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Coach.
John Blair. Good morning to you. Timmy Wiggins. Good morning, Timmy. Renee Nielsen Johnson. Good morning, Renee. Let's see who else. Michelle Rogers. Good morning to you, Chevy Ann. Good morning, Chevy Ann. Jason Tiepio. Just had a birthday. Jason did.
Did he, Coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he turned 40.
Yeah. Was it?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Happy birthday there, Jason. Let's see who else here. Temple. Good morning, Temple. Joe Beasley. Good morning to you, Joe. Mike Cantrell, neighbor of mine, good friend. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you. Little Freddie Whitfield. Good morning, little Freddie. Who else in there? Chris Malden. Good morning, cousin. Terry Hardy, classmate. Good morning. There's the Colonel. Good morning, Hal Whitman. Let's see who else here. Is that Christina Fox? Good morning to you. Tracy Steele. Good morning, Tracy. Let's see. There's the Wheeze. Good morning, Dan. Kane Dickey.
King Kane.
Good morning, King. And good morning, Mother. And there he is, the infamous one.
I saw him.
Hey, just wait, pal. You've answered 2 phone calls in the last few weeks that you shouldn't have, but I'm holding on because I've got a little video of a tumble that he made that he thought was gone forever.
Circle of Trust.
That may end up being the musical score too. How about that?
I like it.
I like it. So
the Graham's in. Good morning, Graham.
There he is. Keith Cooper, good morning to you. So anyway, of course tomorrow hump day and midweek and like I said, getting ready for graduation. I do want to say this, talking about schools, want to send out a special congratulations and to Miss Regina Watson, who is the new president of the Bruton City School Board.
Maybe she can get some things done.
Her and of course Joe, Councilman Watson. Joe Watson,
yeah.
Her husband, and good friends of the community, and Miss Regina do a great job for sure. And so I was proud to see that, and looking forward to seeing good things come from that. But I was just thumbing through and saw that last night. I didn't know they were. Of course, I don't guess they have to put stuff like that out. Who does the board vote on that? Like, who?
I don't know what the process is.
I don't either.
I'm not sure that they know.
I don't know. So I was just curious. Good morning, Matt Carter. Diane McCracken. Good morning, Diane. I'll tell you what. I've said this before. I don't know between Tracy Miller and Diane McCracken who's the happiest.
2 happy people.
That'd be a tough one, wouldn't it? I don't know which one you could. I'm gonna tell you something else too, and I know I shouldn't be shocked by this, but I've got to say this only because, and the reason I shouldn't be shocked is because of we did a remote there one time, and she kind of said some things. I was really worried her dad was gonna find me and you and jump on us.
Who's that?
But I was very impressed during all this craziness that has been going on. with Mallory Stanley, and a lot of her posts from Tallulah Bells, where she's, I guess modeling clothes, if you want to call it that, and that kind of thing. For anybody that knows Mallory, knows that she's not the most, unless she's changed a lot, extroverted person in the world. And to see her do that, of course, that night, that evening, she said what she said. Now, listen, me and you both we about fell out of the chair.
I think she's capable of anything.
I didn't say it's not that I don't think she's capable. I was just like, I'm gonna tell you, she's been doing a great job with that for sure. There she is. Good morning, Connie B.
Good morning, Connie.
Listen, T-Bone. Listen, we're not all like you. I don't have a barber on standby that can just come cut Maury's mop like you do. So if you could give us some pointers, we'd love to hear them. No doubt. But reconstant. That's an old school one right there. For real.
That's a good way to start a morning.
Hey, so talk a little bit about that, if you will. I mean, I know we touched on that yesterday, but I know you said it's a meal. What'd you call it? A meal replacement.
Yeah.
Okay. But wait a minute. We got Ashley Morris got a question. Anybody know anything about T.R. Miller's graduation? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything.
I don't either. And I asked that question last night. I've not heard anything. I am not sure. Timmy Wiggins, thank you, man. Just ordered his tickets. He's ready to rock.
I know Timmy is.
It's going to be something to rock for sure. There he is. Josh Geibel. Good morning, Josh. Josh, good friend of ours, good friend of the community. And I'm going to tell you right now, we are lucky to have people like him in this community. There's no doubt. Getting back to T.R. Miller, I am not sure. Okay, PGP's got there's a meeting today about graduation, possibly the 29th, according to the board meeting. Yes, Tracy Miller, she does an awesome job with those videos. She really does. If you go on to Little Bell's Facebook page and pull them up and look.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I mean, you be like I am. I mean, I was, like I said, just to know Mallory, and I don't mean this in a bad way towards Mallory. What I mean is Megan's always been the one that would tell you how she felt. Mallory's always been the one that was kind of, I don't want to say shy, but you know what I'm saying? She'd stand over there and let you do all the talking.
Mm-hmm. I'll check it out.
Yeah. And she's done a great, great job on that. So, good morning, Mother.
Good morning, Miss James.
Speaking of mothers, I saw, I think your profile picture is one of you and your mother.
It is.
How's she doing and through all this, and I say that when anybody that you talk to talks about this thing and talks, especially a lot of the elderly population have really, really, really kind of stayed underground, if you will, Has she done the same
She's
kind of thing?
She's been one of them, yeah. She stays close to the house, doesn't get out any more than she has to.
I don't blame her. I mean, it's right now it's just one of those things. I will say that they did see yesterday they've got a couple of more vaccines that they seem to be working on. I'm not necessarily talking about from the vaccine wise. What I'm thinking is maybe they can find a way just to eradicate that thing altogether.
That'd be
nice. What I'm saying? That kind of deal. There she is. Good morning, sister.
Morning, Whitney.
Wendy Williamson. Good morning, Wendy. Hot Rod. Good morning, Hot Rod. So, I didn't know anything that was going on for T.R. Miller's graduation. I know, like I said, Neil's graduation is Friday night.
Okay.
They're
doing that inside the stadium, aren't they?
Yes, at 7 p.m. So when we get the information, if Connie's in here or if anyone that can get us information, if you and I want to put this out here. If anything that you have that you want us to put out, that if it's not during the show, you can text us at here. Let me put this number down in here. You can text us at 251-260-8600, or you can email us at bossman. Let's see, boss at bossprollc.com. If you've got any announcements or information that we can share and pass along, give us a call, let us know, or text or what have you. Ashley said they have a senior and they don't know anything. I'm not real sure.
Speaking of W.S. Neal graduation, did I read and see where Sherry Weaver's daughter was named the valedictorian?
Absolutely.
That's unbelievable. That's awesome.
Hey,
I thought I read that.
And let me tell you something. You talk about a brilliant young lady.
Yeah,
she is brilliant, and I'm gonna blow her horn for her a little bit here. She was, obviously she's going to Auburn.
Where you go?
I don't know if you saw the.
I didn't see that. I didn't know that. Okay.
She's going to Auburn. I know that's
good girl.
That's a great thing. I'm not too sure that didn't pain Sherry a little bit. I think Sherry might be a Alabama fan, maybe. If it don't kill me, Sherry. But tell you who else she interviewed with, and you don't call them to interview; they call you. That was Harvard.
No joke.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Harvard.
Well, I'll tell you, I think
that's strong.
It certainly speaks volumes to her and her commitment, her hard work, but it also speaks to the curriculum and the teachers and the people in place at W.S. Neal who helped nourish that and bring that out. So I think that's a win-win for everybody, the student, the community, the school, the teachers, the administrators. Well done.
Yeah, I think so as well. PGP, good morning, Joey Salter, Darlene Mulder, good morning. Let's see. PGP said they needed to consult with city officials. Sister said that Daphne just announced that theirs will be June 1st with only 4 guests per graduate. That's exactly what Neal's is. You have 4 guests per graduate. That's it. Not 4 and a baby.
Yeah.
4. So, that I'm, in the time of, and I hate this word, in the time of social get the hell away from me, social distancing, whatever you want to call it, and there's Sherry Weaver right there. Good morning, Sherry. Go back and watch when you can, about 2 minutes, 3 minutes behind, and we was just bragging on your baby as much as we can, and she deserves all of it, no doubt. When I tell you this young lady is brilliant, she is brilliant. No doubt. But the 4 Scambia Academies is Thursday with only 4 guests per graduate. My thing is this: what? How are you going in a stadium? How are you going to enforce? Groups. Was it 10?
I'm not.
But
sure.
I think you got to be together. I'm talking about the guidelines that's been put forth. Of gatherings, so to speak. I know you say, well, we just put out the Dirty 30 Jam last night. We're not too much worried about that because by that time, all that'll be gone anyway. So, I'm just trying to figure out, surely, at graduation, you don't have police going up in the daggum bleachers or where have you saying, you got to go. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't think so. I think they ask you to bring 4, and it's kind of a, they want you to be respectful of the guidelines they've had in place. I think it's great that they're trying to do something for the seniors. There's so many
too.
I'm not on the fence one way or the other who is or who isn't, but they have made the choice and made the decision to have a ceremony for them, and they're going to try to be safe and keep the safety measures in place as best they can, and hopefully people will be cooperative with that.
I would think so. Good morning, Kellen Hart. Hey, there's Elisa Hart in. Good morning, Elisa. How's our buddy Kirk doing down there? I hope he's doing better.
He got in bad shape there for a while.
He did, but it was not due to COVID-19. I think he had pneumonia, a little bout with pneumonia. Anyway, Yeah, I'm like you. I think anything that they can do right now is fantastic, just simply because of the time that we're in.
No doubt.
You know, I mean, so I don't have a problem with with what they're trying to do. I do think that you're going to find a lot of people that are a lot. 10 has been removed, but the distance is not. Okay, well there you go. Thank you, Joey. So I do think you're going to find a lot of people, like you said, most people around our community anyway. Look at there. I knew it. We should be tickled she's going to our school.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Connie B said most places do it safely, have it outside in the stadium. Only a few from each family. Yep. So the graduation should follow worship service guidelines. Yeah, I think I know Neal's doing it in their football stadium. I don't know if Miller. I'm not sure what they're going to do, if they're going to do it at Municipal Stadium or not. Speaking of that, there he is. Good morning, Jesse Rigby.
Morning, Jesse.
Speaking of that, we're going to look today about setting up a camera, setting up a live stream of what Thursday night, DJ?
Got a little ball game Thursday night inside Municipal Stadium. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I think DJ is itching
to get in there.
Itching to compete.
Yeah,
and call a game.
Call a game.
And
they got
let me say this: if nothing else, I would watch it because Steely's going to be there helping him.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly right.
If nothing else, that's a good thing. Look at there. Kirk J's doing a lot better. Can't keep him quiet. Well, with a voice like that, that's not a bad thing, at all. But yeah. So
Brian Wesley.
Speak a little bit about that.
Brian Wesley with the Bruton Police Department, along with some other officers on the department, over the last several weeks, they've been playing some of these young guns in the little frisbee football up there. Well, they had a game. I guess it was last Thursday. And the young guns took it to them pretty good. It's hard to match up with those young legs and young hearts and young endurance. Brian and them had a good showing, but and of course Brian and them are like all of us older guys. Let's play one more time. Let's play one more time.
Shot.
And they said they're going to play flag football, is my understanding, this Thursday. And I got bad news for Brian and them, and I applaud their effort. I've been there before. It took me to about the age of about 40 to figure out you can't beat them anymore. But they're gonna get it on, so we'll see, and we're gonna be there from BMP Sports to bring it.
How about this? Kelsey Templeton, Dr. Templeton, just graduated from USA Medical School, headed to Yale New Haven Hospital for her 7-year residency.
Wow. Hey, I've said it before. We grow the best people right here.
No doubt.
Big dreams in small towns.
No doubt.
That's amazing.
Good morning, Missy Botiford.
And that's great. Congratulations, Roger.
That's right. Congratulations,
that's
Roger.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you this. I have a cousin that just graduated from Harvard.
Is that right?
Alan Rigby.
Okay,
Jesse Rigby's son.
T.R. Miller graduate.
Just graduated from Harvard.
I spoke of it just a minute ago, and I'm going to get on my high horse a little bit. I think it's amazing what you can do from right here. I mean, an Ivy League graduate took the same curriculum at T.R. Miller, not as me and you, because I didn't take any of the advanced stuff, or they didn't take any of the honor stuff, obviously.
I didn't have did you have a blue thing on you?
No.
Me neither.
But for a community and for a public school system to be able to nourish and cultivate, and of course, Alan certainly did his part, but to be able to produce that and be a part of that, I think speaks volumes.
It
for
does.
all of us.
It
speaks volumes.
It really does. And I can tell you, be it Miller, be it Neal, it all starts somewhere along, either Jack and Jill, either
Sure
St.
does.
Stephen's, and the Y. The Y has an awesome, I guess you'd call it a child development program or what have
Pre-K.
you when they're in pre-K. Mm-hmm. Just an awesome thing. I think Miller has a pre-K program now. Do they not?
It's going to start this fall, I believe. The plan was, I don't know if this has messed things up, but they had a plan in place to implement a pre-K program starting this fall.
Well, I can tell you this: we are lucky in this town, in our community, and I mean Bruton, East Bruton. We are very lucky to have such great ways to start our children off. You know, like I said, you got Stacy Till, of course, over at Jack and Jill, and I think that's over behind the East Bruton Baptist Church, if I'm not badly mistaken.
I'm not sure.
I think that's where that's at.
You know, when I was coming along, we didn't have city kindergarten. Did you?
Yes,
We did not.
yes, we did.
I went to kindergarten at St. Stephen's.
You know, I think our class had to be like one of the first 2 or 3
Yeah.
that went to kindergarten.
Miss Peavy's had a kindergarten back in the day.
That's right.
A lot of kids came from there. I mean,
That's
there
right.
were 4 or 5 kindergartens.
Jack and Jill had kindergarten.
That was kindergarten. Okay,
Yeah, they did.
There was 4 or 5 of them, and then of course you all got together in first grade. But in whatever it was, and they started the city kindergarten, I guess bumped all those other programs down to a pre-K type deal.
Right, yeah. You know, look at there. Lisa Axis said 2 of the smartest kids she's ever taught. Talking about Templeton, not me and you.
Oh, I was just saying, I think Lisa A, but I don't remember you teaching me. But yeah,
Not me and you.
yeah, okay.
PGP said last
Fall. Okay, last
So,
fall.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
Stand
awesome.
corrected.
I mean, it is. There she is, Lori Duke Woodard. Good morning, Lori. Coach Jake Nadrian.
Morning, Coach.
Morning,
I'm gonna
Coach.
tell you something. He's coaching the young guns, the has-beens. I think is their
Is
the
he?
official team. Yeah,
So he's
Jake actually coached and won in the greatest game ever played in Municipal Stadium history, and I was there. And I imagine if I know Jake, he's gonna have a little something for Brian, a little something for
He's
Brian.
gonna be waiting on him?
Oh yeah.
Kinda-
Weather permitting, kickoff at 6.
kind of like the Winchester girl was waiting on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like that.
Hey, who
East Bruton Hot Pink.
did somebody forget about that?
I got one coming up in that day. She learned me a lot.
Buddy, I will tell you something. The look on your face that next morning,
Hey,
well, it was priceless.
she learned me a lesson that day.
She taught you something. Yeah. That was priceless. It really was. Donald Thompson, old school Miss Peavy kindergarten.
There it is.
There it is. Sherry Wyndham, good morning to you. But you know, talking about look at a lot of the products of our school systems. Dr. Whittle, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Brown Dog, Stephen Brown. Stephen Brown went to Princeton. Played football at Princeton.
Yeah.
You know, and now Stephen is what's his exact title? Is he
He's an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah.
Up in Rome, Georgia.
Yeah. And of course, that's if you guys remember Miss Carolyn and Wendell Brown used to live not far from here.
Right there.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, a lot of great people come through these school systems here in Bruton and East Bruton for sure. But it'll be interesting to see how graduation goes. I know Neil. I want to say that they did theirs in an auditorium last year, so they're doing it in the stadium this year. They wanted to do it in the stadium last year, but something happened. They didn't have a chance to. So, has Miller ever had graduation in the stadium?
Not that I know of, but I mean,
I mean, a lot of schools do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just asking. You know, I didn't know if that had ever been done before, or if that was something that would.
not in my lifetime.
No, not that you know of. When we were in school, it was always at JD or Coastal Alabama. But now, I think they've been having it up at the auditorium up there. Have they not?
That's correct.
In the past. So, with the realignment that just happened, I guess back in the spring or whatever. With new areas and stuff coming up for the fall.
Oh, you talking about with the high school athletics?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Did Miller or Neal grow or shrink? Do you know numbers wise? Do you know?
Miller stayed 3A and WS Neal stayed 4A. There was several teams that moved from classifications, and I think I'm correct in this. For instance, in WS Neal, in their region, UMS went up, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Andalusia went up, which is a good thing.
Right.
But coming down was Viger. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, man.
There was somebody, Mobile Christian went up from 3A to 4A. That's not a good thing.
Yeah,
so they still have a heck of a gauntlet to run in their region.
Grueling.
3A in Miller's region had some changes as well. Mobile Christian, I just mentioned, they went up to 4A. I think that Monroeville came down to 3A. Okay. I think Monroeville's going to be in the region. I think Atmore may have come down to 3A. They're going to be in the region maybe. So,
how far away? Do you know how far away Miller was from moving to 4A?
I don't. I think we're closer to 2A than 4A.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're actually kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Neal, if I understood this correctly, Neal was real close to being 3A. Like they might be the smallest 4A school in the state.
That's what I heard.
They might be the smallest 4A school in the state.
Oh, Lisa A said it's always been at the community college, so they still have it over there. Okay, that's great. I didn't know. Good morning, Hank Palmer. I didn't know what the actual story with that was. I knew that when we were in school, it was always at JD. Of course, lead out, everything was over there. So, or what do you call it? CAC, whatever, coastal.
We had a prom. We didn't have a lead out. When I was in school,
y'all just had a dance.
We had a prom in the gymnasium. You got called out. There was a set. There was a big production in the gym, and then you stayed. And there was a band, and you had a dance and the whole nine yards.
For some reason, and I don't know when that changed.
Yeah.
It had to have changed within a couple years because when I was a freshman, the prom, the lead out was at over the auditorium, Wolf and Patterson, and the prom itself was back at the gym.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that changed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get your evening yoga session in?
No, I hadn't been able to make them in the afternoon.
Last night or what have you?
I've been out on that for the last couple of months. I'm looking to get back into it.
Well, I know you've been watching it.
Yes. I'm taking a Birmingham class right now.
Well, that's actually the class I'm speaking of.
Yeah.
I didn't know if watching it helps you as much as it does actually doing it.
No.
Did you explain to Lindsay just exactly how important Greece was?
She loves
this community.
She's hooked.
She's hooked. My daughter loves that movie.
Lindsay is a Grease fan.
She loves that movie. How can you not? Everybody loves that movie. It's a great movie. I mean, just there he is, Leroy. Good morning, Leroy Jordan.
Morning, Lee.
I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, no doubt. But I just didn't know if you'd quite explained to her, the impact that movie has had on a lot of people.
Game changer.
Yeah.
I saw Margot Adams yesterday afternoon. We were both at Subway getting a sandwich, and we talked about Jernigan Nordmeyer being taken down, and of course, she got a little emotional talking about it, which I understand. I mean, that was a landmark here in this community for a long time. She grew up in and around that, and we talked about it. And of course, a lot of people may not know this. It was before my time, but back in the day, in what was the Kelly Center, that was a bus stop, and then of course it got moved. Well, when I was a kid, back over to the tire shop, that's where the Greyhound bus picked up and dropped off and departed from. And I don't even. Do they still have bus stops? Is that still a thing, or is that gone by the wayside?
If they do, I don't know where it's at, and I haven't seen a bus come through here in so long. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but they were commonplace back in the day. I mean,
extremely
70s
commonplace.
And even in the 80s, you would see them coming and going, especially there, obviously at the bus depot.
Even in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a bus pulled up in front of Jernigan Nordmeyer.
Yeah,
and people getting off and wandering around, and then
if you were going to catch a bus, I wonder where you'd have to go.
Mobile, maybe Mobile, Pensacola,
Montgomery,
Montgomery,
the bigger hubs.
I would think.
Interesting. But I was glad to see a lot of pictures taken of the building before it went down, as it was going down. Those will prove to be treasures years from now.
She made a post on Facebook about that, and it was very it was a good read. Talking about growing up in there and getting to know people and seeing people, and when you see your family build something like that, from the ground up. I mean, it's it's got to be hard to watch that happen. I
think Margot's mother was a Jernigan.
Okay.
And that's where the Jernigan Normire
came from?
I think that's right.
Now, Fred has moved out to where Weaver's Glass used to be on the 4-lane. So for all y'all looking for Jernigan Normire, he has moved out to it's right there, just past the
feed and seed.
Bruton Feed and Seed.
Same side of the road.
Same side, yeah. On that side of the road, turn out a little dirt road right there between the storage. There's the storage buildings over there on the right.
And where they take the stray animals is right there.
Yeah, the animal control. That's
animal
right.
control,
Yeah, that's right. So let's see here. Roger says, blueberry season. Knapdale Farms needs pickers. Knapdale's paying $7 for a 2-gallon bucket. Let me tell you something.
Bus stop in Evergreen.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, there you go. They do it at Evergreen exit. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Makes sense.
I mean, it does. It's out there on the interstate. I get that. The bad thing about riding a bus, back in the day, everybody's rode a bus at one time or another.
Sure.
The bad thing about riding a bus was all those 39 stops out in the middle of nowhere that they stopped at all these bus stops. If you went from here to Montgomery, it'd take you 6 hours. They stopped at every small town, and I'm not saying that, I mean, literally, but I mean, they kind of did that kind of thing. So, good morning, John Smith. D-Tom said he took a bus from Bruton to Minneapolis. 68 hours later. I was just saying that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being on a daggone Greyhound for 68 hours? Man, that is crazy.
You're comfortable.
I mean, that's nuts. I mean, that's just, it is. Look who stopped in right there. Coach Grace.
I say, hey, Coach.
Yeah, good morning, Coach. How about this? Going to the bus station to see Tim Burnham, headed to the Marines, 85, hot rod. Watched old Tim. That's oof.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, that's back. That's back in the. I can't believe he didn't get on the bus wanting to fight everybody. So there he is, Butcher. Good morning, Butch. Anyway, so getting back to the meal replacement thing, do you get the other things that go along with that every morning as well, or do you just get that shake right there?
I typically get just a shake.
Okay. Is that made in-house, or
yeah.
is that already pre-made?
No.
How does that work?
No, you there's a menu.
So you tell them what you want.
There's, I don't know, 40 or 50 choices probably.
Okay, I didn't know.
Flavors and whatnot, and you put your order in, and there's enhancements you can put into it. You can get it any way you want it, but it serves as a meal replacement. They say it's 200 calories, and it meets all the nutritional needs that one has to have. So it works for me.
So it takes care of you.
Yeah. I love them.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Now, when I go get me a sausage and biscuit when I leave here, it probably cancels that out. But they are tasty.
Winning.
Hey.
I mean, golly, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, that sausage biscuit probably does. Probably like that dozen glazed donuts.
Yeah.
Hey, but I was proud, man. I walked out yesterday, and they said you were outside eating your mid-afternoon snack, 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish, and you were out there eating an apple.
Yep.
So, listen, that was I was impressed. Good morning, Jenny Ackerman. That was good morning, Sarge. That was impressive.
I usually eat an apple at 10:30 and an apple at 2:30.
I want to say this too. You was talking about going back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier about how many people O'Bannon Park will hold or not hold. Obviously, and don't know that I've said this enough, but this wouldn't be possible without the help of the city of Brewton.
Oh yeah.
I mean the Dirty 30 Jam, of course, hatched out between myself and Connie B and of course Yank, and without those and without their involvement and without their help and support and we couldn't do these kind of things for the community, and they need to be recognized for that, because that there's a lot of communities out there that they don't play by those same set of rules. You know what I mean? And they're I will say, Yank and Connie and the city council. I mean, quality of life means something to them, and whether it be people agree or disagree with some of the things, that's just human nature. We're all going to agree or disagree with certain things. But I can tell you this, and we've said this many times, and maybe not right now because of how crazy things are, but there is always something to do when normal times are here. And I don't know if there's a normal anymore, but when normal times, there's always something to do here.
I'll take it a step further. Not only partnering up and being supportive of the event itself. Look at what they've done with O'Bannon, just to provide a place where you could go and have an event like this. I mean, there's been a lot of work down at O'Bannon over the years as far as upgrades and getting that place to where it can function and be used for things just like this. So that's a day-to-day commitment that the city makes. It's not just, hey, let's go have a party and have a good time. They make a commitment daily.
Could you imagine cutting that grass with a push mower?
Yeah, I've done it.
Hey,
I've done it.
That's what I was about to say.
Just the ballpark side of it. Yeah.
I'm saying, though, they keep the grass cut. They keep that place up. It looks great. I've said for years, you and I have talked about this for years, way back in the Bottom Line days. I said then that O'Bannon was one of the most underused parks in Brewton, in my opinion. When I say best, I mean as far as if you want to go down and feel like you're away from things, but you're still right in the thick of things. You know what I mean? Like you do feel like you're kind of out away from the city, but you're still in the middle of the city. E.O. Wilson's the same way. You walk those trails and all that. I know they are they still, and Connie B can probably answer this question, are they still talking about doing making the trails and like from E.O. Wilson and O'Bannon? At one time they were talking about making it all the way up to the Y, were they not?
I'd heard some conversation about it.
Yeah,
I think the word they use in the civic circles is connectivity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wouldn't that be let me ask you a question. You like to walk and run and that kind of thing. I mean, wouldn't you enjoy starting out or maybe making a lap around Jennings Park and then through on over to O'Bannon and then up to the
Sure.
Y? And I mean, I think that'd be a fantastic thing to have. So, look at that. Sherry Weaver said they had normal band practice Saturday night until 6 a.m. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I can tell you one thing for sure that happened there. There was a lot of bushwhackers drank.
Probably had a bushwhacker or two.
I would think that would be the case. So, hot rod. There you go. I love that. Was Tony old enough to go to the bus station? Yeah, he was the little whippersnapper picking his nose over there while Tim was getting on the bus.
That's it.
So, I mean, that's anyway. Reggie Marshall, good morning. Speaking of Reggie and I had a good conversation the other day. Have you? I know as much as you've been missing sports. Have you watched The Last Dance?
Oh yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
My son and I were talking about this the other day, and he was asking some questions, and I've enjoyed the documentary, but it's a rewind for me.
Well, sure.
I went through it the first time.
Right.
I mean, that's who.
We grew up watching Michael
Same
Jordan
peer
and
group.
that group. That team.
was the same age group, and I think he's only 4 or 5 years older than me, maybe. But maybe 6.
Connie B said they're writing a grant right now to advance that project.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. But no, I've enjoyed it. I didn't know that he was. I probably wasn't aware that he was as demanding at practice as he was, but it stands to reason to do the things that he did and to do the things that they did as a team, that there has to be separation. And I guess the separation for those teams and those players in those days was who practiced the hardest, because everybody had talent. Everybody was good. A lot of great players in the league at the time, but he was a demanding SOB at practice.
He was, but, it's hard to argue, because I'm going to say this, and I don't care. A lot of people have their own opinion. That's the greatest basketball player of all time.
He's the greatest of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
And if you didn't get a chance to watch him, if you weren't growing up like we did and have a chance, you really can't understand the greatness of Michael Jordan unless you watch the man with the flu drop 60 with the flu, and they had to carry him off the daggum court that night. You remember that game?
Yep, but it wasn't the flu. It came out in the documentary.
What was it?
It's food poisoning.
Oh, really?
They were in Utah.
That's right.
But here's what this kills me.
I forgot that.
Here's what kills me about that whole deal. All right, Jordan has his trainer and has his confidant there with him. He wants something to eat. It's late night. The service there at the hotel was closed or whatnot, so they ordered a pizza. Let me ask you this. Domino's comes up and delivers you a pizza here, or Pizza Pro, whoever it is, and there's 5 people delivering the pizza. I mean, is that going to raise a red flag? 5 people delivered the pizza to the hotel room.
Yes.
And they said they opened the door and they were trying to look in there, trying to get a glimpse of, they knew who they were delivering to.
Sure.
But 5 people delivering the pizza? At that point, you throw it away.
Yeah.
If you're in Utah.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Chicago, maybe not. Maybe it's, fans wanting to get a glimpse of you. If you're in Utah and 5 people deliver your pizza, that goes in the garbage.
I'll tell you what I enjoyed. I enjoyed them talking about the code names that they would use to check in and be at hotels and stuff. And there were people out there who were trying to decipher what was what, who was who, all that kind of thing. But, anyway.
I thought in the whole documentary, I thought Jordan came off a little pompous.
Oh,
when he made and it kind of reversed the way I thought of things back in the day. But I did not know this when it was going on. I didn't know that Scottie Pippen was the 6th highest paid player on the team. He's the 2nd best player, but he's the 6th in terms of what you're getting paid. So I can understand from an animosity standpoint, because it is a business. I mean, we can all talk about how much we love the game and this, that, and the other. It's a business. You make your money. But when Jordan made the comment that Pippen was selfish, I'm like, well, that's easy for you to say, man. I mean, you're making more money from Nike than you are from the Bulls.
It is.
And I don't know, that to me, that came across as, a little pompous.
Well, it was, but let's be honest. When you're Michael Jordan, you can be that way.
Yeah.
Because
he's a bad man.
Because, here's the deal. I mean, when you can walk the walk like he can, you can talk all the talk you want to talk. Because, it's been well documented, and even part of this documentary, you didn't get out on that court and trash talk Michael Jordan. If you started trash talking him, you were in trouble.
The thing that I loved so much about that time and enjoyed watching those teams is like it was a journey. You had to pay your dues to get there. You had to climb the hill. The Pistons had to go through the Celtics in the East. Then the Bulls had to go through the Pistons. The Knicks and the Pacers tried to go through the Bulls, and of course they couldn't get there. No. And now these guys just make a phone call, say, "Hey, let's go play at so and so," and you get these super teams.
Yeah,
they don't pay the price, and I think that you lose a lot of it. For me, anyway. Like I just got a lot of respect for going through the journey.
I don't think people really gave enough credit either to the people around Jordan back in those days, because Jordan was so good, but those people made Jordan that much better as well. Now, you get back to the Dream Team, and when he was on the Dream Team, and when Larry Bird comes out, who didn't compliment anybody, and said that he watched Michael Jordan school Patrick Ewing, I thought that was pretty telling. So, anyway, still mad about the NFL draft. I mean, is this a...
This is Eddie Haskell.
Listen, let's talk about something real quick. If things are so great at the Capstone, now the Hawaiian...
the pineapple.
Yeah.
The little pineapple. He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
What happened?
He,
I mean, the family loaded up like Jed did. They loaded up from Paradise and said, let's move to, was it Alabaster? Where was they moved to?
it's somewhere over there.
Up there, yeah. Okay, so now he's got his feelings hurt, I guess, because he didn't get to step in when his brother got put out. I thought he was redshirt.
He was never part of the business transaction. The first thing is this: he's not any good. I don't know if you've ever seen him play.
I have.
He's an okay player, nothing more, nothing less. The transaction,
Sandy Townsend.
the transaction was for Big Pineapple.
Yeah.
And when that played out, it was a no doubter he was leaving because they have better players there in front of him. Mac Jones is better than him.
Sure.
The kid they signed is probably better than him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just know that it seemed like it might be a little trouble up there.
Yeah.
You know, quarterback controversies and such.
It's only a controversy if you have two good players
Well, there you go.
fighting for the same position.
There you
That's
go.
the only way to have a controversy.
Speaking of that, where's Coach Fountain at now?
Arkansas.
He went to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yep. So
Soo-wee.
looking for big things out of Coach over there. He's actually on the field coaching over there, is he not?
He is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, so getting back to talking about graduations and talking about things going on around here. Anybody here know anything about Flowington's graduation? I'm not sure when it is or not when it is. I'm just not sure. But I tell you what, T-Bone loves to come on drive time and talk smack, but where's he at in work? Who was it that pointed out that with a minute and 40 seconds left, he bailed on work during the Iron Bowl? Who was that? Was that Kane Dickey?
Did he say two words?
Yeah, he said two words.
J-I-B-J.
That's what he said. I mean, that's exactly what he said. So, I mean, you know, you like it or love it. I mean, you know.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. Who is this?
I love it.
I
love
I
it.
promise you, I got two that when I drop out here, he's going to be so mad because he thought they were real. Yeah, for real. So, Leroy, people leave Hawaii for Alabaster all the time, DJ.
All the time.
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 You know, so I love Starla Lane. Good morning to you. I love the picture you always put up of what's his name getting the helmet knocked off of him.
Let me tell you something. There's two ways to go from a lottery pick to a second-round pick. One, if you fail a pre-draft drug screen, and two, if you get your freaking head knocked off in front of the whole world in the Iron Bowl.
You're out.
He was a first-rounder. He was
Yeah.
a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
And that little two-star came up there and
And popped him.
pow.
Put it on him.
That's my favorite picture.
Okay, so Flowington's is tonight on the field.
Inside the stadium. Okay.
At Hurricane Fulton High School Stadium. Well, good deal. Good morning, Joshua Gibson. Richie Evans says, what was Jordan's field goal percentage?
I don't know, but I want to go back to that for a second. And, of course, Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Of course, everybody loves to have their conversation. And the one thing I like about it is it's endless because everybody can have their opinion. Everybody can back it up with numbers. You can hear LeBron. You can hear Kobe. You can hear Larry Bird, Magic, whoever. The one name who never gets brought up, and if you want to look at it from a number standpoint,
Wilt.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh,
He has everything. If you look at him, he's won more than anybody else. He's scored more. He never gets mentioned, and I don't understand that. I guess
Never.
it was probably because his personality wasn't maybe as out front as some of these other guys are. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
No.
Jabbar never gets mentioned with the greats, and he might be the greatest. Look at his numbers. Look at his career numbers. Look what his teams did from high school up.
there
He's
she
the greatest
is.
winner of all time.
Good morning, Fuquay.
Morning, Fuquay.
Christy Miller says 4 people per person. Flowington's graduation. So same kind of deal that what's going on. That's cool. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Another one never gets mentioned, Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Wilt scored how many? He scored 100 points.
His team didn't win enough.
Right.
His individual numbers speak for themselves, but his team, he never propelled his team. I think he only won 2 championships, maybe just one.
Is he still the only player to ever score 100 points in a game.
In the NBA.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say that if I'm not badly mistaken, and I may be wrong, but didn't Coach Cotton hold the record for most points scored in a basketball game in the state of Alabama for a very long time?
I don't know.
I think that's right.
I know that Coach Cotton, speaking of Coach Cotton in basketball, this is one of my favorite memories of Coach Cotton. At Terry Miller basketball games in the late 70s, early 80s, you could, when you went in, they'd give you a ticket. They'd tear it in half. They'd put half up in a bucket, and you'd hold half.
Right.
And at halftime of the A game, they would draw a number. And whoever got drawn, you would go down and shoot free throws against Coach Cotton. And if you won a Sunday from Dairy Queen. I don't think Dairy Queen ever had to cash one in.
They did.
Coach Cotton, I'm telling you, like, this is for real. I want to say he made like 150 in a row one day in PE or 1 week or something. It's a staggering number. Robbie knows the number.
I think he does hold that record still for the most free. I mean,
If you shoot free throws against Coach Cotton, you were losing.
yeah, you were going to lose.
Period.
Yeah. Good morning, James Schoenfeld. No, I think that's still correct. I think that he still holds that record for the most free throws of all time.
Yeah.
I think. Now, I may be wrong, but I think that's correct. So, anyway, he was money every time. Every time. He told us over there, though, one day that growing up, that's what he did. He just sat out there with a basketball and shot free throws.
Automatic.
So, the Bammers are mad because they've been reduced to bragging about the draft.
Had a lot of guys drafted. Again.
Hey, that's all right. So we talked about it yesterday. Finally going to get 31 paved.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big thing going through our city, and maybe it will help keep people from dislocating tires and rims.
From Stadium Street to bridge at Burnt Corn Creek.
That's right, to almost Alco. I guess that is Alco.
That'd be nice.
Is the and I know during right now may not be, is the coffee shop over there at the foot of the Burnt Corn Creek Bridge, is it open?
No, they pulled the plug.
They did.
Mm-hmm. They made I saw that last week on Facebook
because of what's
made a post, and because of what is going on, that it was not going to be a good opportunity to them to proceed, and they were disappointed. So that group, whoever that was, is not going in there. Somebody may or may not come behind them. It's a nice little building, and get a good bit of traffic through there.
Yeah,
I understand with the with this mess going on that maybe it's not the time to get started, but hopefully something will.
James says he's excited, can't wait for Dirty 30 Jam. Hey, us either. Wilt averaged, according to Hayes Lucier,
What's up, Hayes?
30.1 points per game and 23 rebounds per game.
Whew. That's not even talking about his nightlife.
Look at Clausell. Russell said Frank Cotton took his car note by throwing quarters. Did you ever throw quarters for Coach?
I did not.
Man, hey, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care. It's like rolling, and I mean years ago, okay? It's like rolling dice with Yank. If you ever went to Hog Springs, I'm talking when we were kids. Mm-hmm. If you ever went to Hog Springs and Yank was on the dice, get up, leave, okay? Because I'm telling you, they were either loaded, but you can hand him your dice.
Yeah.
And I left, listen, I'm standing out there one day in my boxer shorts. He done took all my money, billfold, everything. He gave it all back.
Yeah.
Said, I hope it taught you a lesson.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he did what he did, just rolling all those. I mean, it's just crazy. But, you know, and anyway, let's see here. Connie says, got a couple people interested in taking it on.
It's a nice building.
Man, it's a nice building.
Somebody's-
It's a nice place, too, and plenty of parking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just in a great looking place. Could you imagine having a deck off the back of it?
Yeah. That would be nice.
We're overlooking that
Yeah.
park and the creek, and you could sit out there and you know, I'd love to just sit back there and just sit and listen, watch the sun come up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It would be. Anyway, that's good. Well, at least you have. There are people looking at coming in. That definitely needs to happen. That's too nice of a place to not do. Did you see JoJo Holmes and I think Fuzz Fuquay are going to be putting in
What is that? I did see it, but I don't know what that is.
It's okay, you know the ice machines like
Yes.
Steve and them
Yes.
have?
Yes.
Well, this is a machine that puts corn out. Instead of ice, it puts corn in your bag. Corn. Deer corn.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Hey, think about the convenience of that. I mean, think about it. If you're going and you don't want to run in a Tractor Supply or Walmart or Marvin's or wherever they sell corn, you can.
Are they going to have the bags there like you do with the ice, or do you just bring your own whatever? And
I am not sure, but I think that's correct.
okay,
I don't want to say that for 100% certainty, but I think that is correct.
where have they decided on a location for that?
I don't know that, but I think they're talking about doing over there next to where JoJo's pool store is.
Yeah. Okay.
I think. Now, if JoJo's in here, he can correct us on that. Connie said they're about to resurface the parking lot over at the coffee
It's a nice
shop
place.
as well.
It's a nice place.
It really is.
Nice place.
I mean, that's a beautiful place. And obviously, with all this stuff that's happened, it'd be, hard to get people in there to sit around and, drink coffee and that kind of thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, there is a good business right there.
I like what you said about the deck.
I
I think that would be, whether it's a coffee shop or a sandwich shop or whatever, I think being able to sit on a deck there overlooking the park, especially at different times of the year, would be really, really nice. I like that.
it would be awesome.
I like that.
It would be. I mean, for real. Richie Evans wants to know, what's the story about the monkey in Hog Springs? I see that at the camp. Apparently, Richie's a member of Hog Springs.
Well, what we need to do is get Dan Thomas to come back in here and give his version of it.
Weeze was in a little earlier.
He would do it.
I would love for I would love for Weeze to come in and tell it. But let's give the abbreviated story for Richie, since Richie
Long
doesn't
story
know.
short, Richie, Dan Thomas, our beloved Dan Thomas, hunted
We
in
love
Hog
Dan.
Springs, a charter member of Hog Springs Hunting Club, has this tale of hunting and seeing a monkey. We think it was a squirrel, a rabbit, a raccoon,
Otter.
It could have been a number of things. But he says it was a monkey, and he claims to know the difference.
And he
And he wishes he'd have shot it.
and he wished he would have shot it. Bradley Lowry and Sherry Weaver both said that's correct about
the
the
pool.
beside
Okay.
the pool store. So satellite location for elite possibility over there at the coffee shop.
I'll tell you.
That'd be good. That'd be real good. But I tell you this, I think they're on something with that machine. Now, I think it's going to be from September to February. You won't be able to sell enough of it. I mean, you won't be able to keep enough of it in it to sell. It'll be empty all the time.
I hope they make $1 million. They're both friends of mine.
Sure.
My mind doesn't work like that. Like, I'm shocked that that's like a real thing and an idea. I get it now that you say it and you lay it out for me. But I would never in a million years think about putting something like that in.
I wouldn't
It would
have
never
either.
cross my mind.
I wouldn't have either. But that hey, that's a great idea, Connie.
I was gonna suggest that
Wine
as
bar.
well.
Hey, I was going to say, I didn't want to say it, but I was just kind of did. I'd love to sit out there with a cocktail and a good cigar on the back deck.
That would be nice.
On the back deck, watching, overlooking Jennings Park, overlooking Burnt Corn. I mean, just a beautiful scene. You know what I mean? Have some of those yard lanterns, lit up and that kind of thing.
That'd be nice.
I think there's a lot to be done right there that you could do for sure. Getting back to the corn thing, think about if you hunt on that side of town anywhere. You say, well, hey, all I got to do is run by and bag up some corn real quick, and bam, throw it in the back of the truck, you're gone. The same Dan Thomas who's I want to tell you, hey, he's up there this morning. Ooh.
No, I think it's going to be. I think that's I guess I'm saying this I wish my mind worked like that where I could come up with an idea. I think they're going to make a mint.
What you're saying is you wish you'd have thought of it.
Yeah, I mean, it would have never crossed my mind, but that's an outstanding idea.
Mine either.
And they'll do great.
They'll do great.
They'll do great.
They'll do great. The only question I have is, like, after deer season, a lot of people don't put a lot of corn out over the summer.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something else you can repurpose and put in that.
Good point.
To have where you still, and I'm sure they probably got a business model that shows all that. So,
But I think there's a number of people. I don't know that it's certainly not going to touch the deer hunters. I know that, but I think there's a number of people that would still get it to feed yard animals with, whether it's squirrels or whatever feeder, just
sure,
yard feeders, whatever it is.
I guess what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that people don't buy corn during
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
But obviously, you're going to sell a lot more of it during
Yeah.
deer season.
That's a great idea. It would never cross my. That's a great idea.
Yeah, hey, I'm like you. I think that I don't know I don't know who came up with that.
That's a great idea.
But whoever did was spot on.
I'm getting real excited about the little Burnt Corn Creek store. Like, I want that to become a thing. I'm gonna say this, and I hope I say this the right way.
There he is. Good morning, Winston.
I hope I say this the right way. And I don't think I'm by myself. I may be the only one that admits it here today. I like the idea of getting off of work and going and having a drink before going home. I'm not sitting there getting all soused up and liquored up, but it's to go have a cold drink. Now that
Unwind.
that in and of itself does not justify opening a business. I get that.
Yeah.
But in Bruton, Willie's was a place for
Yes.
years and years and years. You go home, you pull in, you stop, you go have one, and then going home, whether you grab something to eat or not. And I think that we have missed some of that, or having that as an option in Bruton. The Groove is there. Obviously, that's more of a later night place.
Right.
If you want to go out, but I kind of wish we had a little watering hole like that. I really do.
It would be nice, and I tell you what, it would be. It would be. I think it would be well received in that type of light.
Yeah. Is that wrong for me to say that on camera?
What's that?
That I'd like to go have a drink from time to time after work.
You're over 21, aren't you?
Barely.
I mean, did the Germans bomb Pearl Harbor?
That's what I was told.
So, I mean, you can't argue with that.
Yeah. I like that idea. I hope that happens.
Yeah. And Jamie Lambert said their club feeds all you. And listen, I'm not saying that they don't. That's not. Just like Hot Rod, and somebody else pointed out, feeding horses and that kind of thing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you're gonna sell way more of that corn during hunting season versus us. I just didn't know if there was another product that they used, or I'll get with JoJo and find that out. I thought that was
It's a great idea.
extremely cool.
And you'll never have to worry about me coming up with one like that. My mind doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
It's just crazy. Look at there. There he is, Paul Crumpton. Good morning, Paul. I wonder if Paul, you still over across the big pond in Italy? If so, how are things over that way? Also missing the White Horse as a late night option.
Lush has been around the block.
Yes. White Horse has been down for a long time.
It's been a minute.
Do you ever foresee that coming back?
I can't ever foresee that coming back.
I can't
I think
either.
you'd have to do too much work to it now to.
Oh,
You'd be better off tearing it down probably and building
bulldozer.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd want the horse.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
That'd
this.
be a good keepsake.
I passed by on 98 this past weekend a place that sells. It's almost like an old school antique shop, but it's got all these signs from all these different businesses out that they have for sale. And I meant to pull in there and forgot all about it till just now. Guess what sign they had out there?
The White Horse.
Nighttown.
Nighttown. Wow. Good one.
Hey.
That's a good one.
And I was
That's a treasure.
I was like, I need to stop in and see how much they want for that sign.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be something to have, would it not?
Yeah. That's a trophy.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the original
Wow.
sign that was out there, the Nighttown sign. They've got it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that'd be something. Diane Ward says she likes a good glass of wine.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
It really would. It really would. And I'll tell you this, there's a lot of work been done to that building.
I'll tell you, when they resurface that parking lot, that'll be a nice setup. Nice setup.
You could go in there and, like I said, you could come off the back of that thing.
I love the deck idea.
Have you a door going out to the deck back there. Have you some, tables and chairs, umbrellas in them, that kind of thing. I just think I think there's people that would enjoy that. I'll tell you this: if the old Book and Bean had that brick oven pizza, man, did you ever have any of that?
Oh yeah.
I know you like pizza. Do you like brick oven pizza?
Yeah, I don't like it as much as the frozen pizza, but yeah, I like
Frozen's better.
Yeah, to me it is.
Good morning, Chad from Cocodrie, Louisiana. Let's see. Paul said, "Yeah, I do need a haircut for sure." Nelly Rock. Restrictions lightening up. Can travel inside the country unrestricted. Gatherings up to 10 people allowed now. That's over in Italy. So that's good.
Stay safe, Paul.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I maybe somebody could come in over there and do something like that. That may be something you want to look into.
Tell you what, that'd be nice.
You know, I mean, you could have a
call it DJs.
Yeah. Hey, I love that. Why not?
Why not?
Or call it what was the name of the bar on Roadhouse? I tell you this, what's even better? Call it Porky's.
We'll get the original sign.
Hey, I guarantee you somewhere you can find one. I promise you online there is a Porky sign out there somewhere to get. Would that not be awesome to ride by there and that daggum thing on top of that building do it just like this? Porky's.
That'd be good.
You know, the closest thing, and I shouldn't even tell this story, but I'm going to. The closest thing ever to that, ever. Good morning, MC. Is it Mary Chandler?
There she is.
Good morning, MC. Hey, that's a great piece, Sherry, and it works. I assure you. Anyway, the closest I've ever been, and of course I watched Porky's 1, 2, and 3 back to back. Those are movies I can't not watch if they happen to be on, only because it just takes you back to your childhood. But do you remember this little club outside of Anniston, Alabama, that was out on the water? It was called the Platinum Club.
I do not.
It was a big boat, houseboat, just like Porky's.
Really?
And it had a sign. Now, it wasn't a pig. It was some other thing, but it was doing the same thing the Porky sign did.
The Double Deuce.
The Double Deuce. That's it. That's it. And it was, needless to say, it was a house of probably somewhat ill repute, as Porky's was.
Yeah.
But that happened to be in Alabama. Mm-hmm. Crazy thing. Home of the one-armed stripper. That's what it said on the sign. I'm not joking. You reckon she made some money?
Bad dreams already. I'm not going to sleep.
No, what you thinking about is a tryst in the Red Room. Diane Ward said, we need to open it. I don't know. Ask JoJo if he's going to have any case quarters. Hot Rod said he thought you'd be bigger. That's a classic from Roadhouse. You know, have you noticed that all the movies they make today are just remakes of old movies?
Yeah.
Do they make a movie anymore that's like, I don't think they make classics anymore. I just don't. You know, because all they do now is just remake movies. Is Porky's on Netflix? I don't know if Porky's is on Netflix.
The Kids of Angel Beach. Pee-wee was something else, wasn't he?
Him and Wendy.
Wendy Williams.
Oh, man. I will tell you what. You know, Junior.
Lassie.
Junior started regulating, didn't he?
He did.
When he went up in the middle of that bar.
Yeah, he did.
Whew. Boy, they done found Junior. That's what I said, Lisa. The Platinum Club was a house of ill repute.
When was this place in business?
90s? The early 90s.
Okay.
Mid 90s, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if it went out of business. I mean, when your mantra's the home of the one-armed stripper, I don't know how far that can carry you.
Man.
You know? So, yeah, I'm not real sure. But it was something, to say the least. But it just reminded me, because it was out there on the water, it was a play on Porky's.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
So, that's what is Nelly Rock putting in here? Bunch of code.
It's probably a sign of some sort. I see Bing, something you can buy, I guess.
Maybe so.
Maybe the worst post in the drive time era. Attaboy, Rock. It's a miss. That's a fire and a miss, is it not? I mean, what is this? What is that? Bunch of hieroglyphs. We have a winner. The worst post in the history of this program. That's saying something.
I haven't seen it on
That is saying
Netflix.
something.
That is saying something.
Wow.
Because we've posted some doozies.
Man.
Yeah. John Blair says he hadn't seen Porky's on Netflix. If you get a chance to watch it, you need to watch it. If you've never seen Porky's, you need to check it out.
Before you hit send, you have to know what's coming across.
You better know.
My goodness.
I mean, that's code for look it up later.
My goodness. Bless his heart.
Yeah. You know, he can't. So, are you going to reach out to Weeze today and see if Weeze won't come back in? You know, he came in a year or so ago, and sat down with us and gave us the lowdown on the monkey at Hog Springs.
We'll get Weeze to come in. The first person I want to reach out to is Connie. I love the idea about the deck. Like, you sold me on that.
Wow.
Once again, my mind doesn't work like that. I never thought of it. But you could do a little landscaping back there, get the deck, and you got something.
Sure.
You got something there.
And here's the thing. Off the back of the deck, have stairs that go down to where you can go on down to the park if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah.
And maybe set up a few tables down
Yeah.
off the deck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you've got them up on it, down, what have you.
You've got me.
I think it'd be an
got
awesome place. You especially, you're talking about like a place to run right after work and
Yeah.
hang around for 30, 45 minute
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
That used to be called the Old Country Club, or Old Willie's.
Willie's. I mean, that Willie's was just perfect.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I know before all this craziness happened, that place was slated to open back up, or to open up.
I think he's on ready to go. I think he's
Just waiting on-
I think he's waiting for all this to shake out.
Okay.
That's what I was told, and I had it on pretty good information. But yeah, I think that he's ready.
I think that's going to be good.
That'd be much needed.
Sherry said she's going to buy it for the kids. Hey, listen, for what they see on the internet today, trust me, Porky's is that'd be considered a PG movie now.
Yeah, it would. It really would.
I'm serious.
I mean, some of the things you hear on the radio, like going to and from work, it's changed a lot.
It's changed a lot. John Spafford, I want to tell you about. I got to meet John. I got to meet John. John owns the Cactus Flower in Navarre, Florida.
Is that a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like great Mexican food,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Whew. And John, I got to meet John down in Navarre one day, and great guy. Was in the car business for 20-something years out in Texas. Moved over to Florida and got in the restaurant business, and has a restaurant that on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, you're going to stand outside and wait 45 minutes to get in to be able to eat.
I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you this, you would if you had it. You would if you ever ate any of it. I assure you of that.
I just got a text. And you can guess from who? The Rock.
Is he?
It was a Porky sign.
Oh,
For
okay.
sale.
Okay.
But of course, he didn't know how it was going to come across.
Things happen.
Before you hit send,
Yeah.
you just have to know.
Things happen.
You just have to know.
Need a bandstand too.
Yeah.
Hey, that's another great idea.
Yeah.
How you could put, man, you could have people out there on that deck playing acoustic
Sure you
guitars.
could.
You know, start off with something like that and see how it goes, and maybe, you know, put something else in. You know, Ashley said she'd go. Open it up.
We could do a remote on the deck.
Well, we can do a lot of things, especially there. Especially
That'd be
anywhere.
nice.
But I mean, that'd be fun. I think I think something like that would take off extremely fast. Maybe, you know, with all this distance, but I'm talking about outside of that. I think it would be something people would really, really use. So, you know, speaking of using things and working and doing things like that, we trying to get a firm date on Dr. Mackey coming back in, or physically coming in. That'd be a good time.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be a good
Like
time.
to catch up with Dr. Mack.
I also yesterday, I don't know if I told you this, reached out to the Alabama Department of Transportation again,
Oh, yeah.
inquiring about the Conecuh River Fishing Pier.
What'd they have to say?
They didn't have a she's still well, I think she's back open there, Jim, but it's kind of hit and miss as far as like getting, you know, reservation or whatever you call it, appointment to get in and out. But anyway, so same old story, you know. We'd be glad to, you know, call and talk about it, what have you. But my thing is I don't care about the lip service. I mean, I'm kind of,
sure, yeah.
you know, I'm kind of tired of the lip service. What are you going to do? That's my thing. And I still haven't got anywhere on that at all. I mean, they don't have any, I mean, there's just nothing. They don't say anything, you know, except using our money to fix it. But we're going to get back on that.
We need to. That needs to be addressed.
Well, it is.
I don't want to let go of that.
I mean, we actually went fishing out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, say what you want to, but, you know, we definitely did.
Didn't catch anything.
No, we didn't catch anything. But we did find out that you can drive on it.
Yep.
I felt better about driving on that bridge than I do the bridge that they drive on every day.
It's a mess. They got a mess out there.
So,
Need to address it.
yeah, they do. So,
I hear the music.
yeah, we got to get out of here.
About that time.
About that time.
What a great Tuesday morning.
Man, it's 2 for Tuesday.
2 for Tuesday.
Yeah. What you going to 2 for today? Another shake?
Yep.
Lunchtime?
Yep.
How many check-ins do you have personally there at that place?
A bunch.
And the
You get
purpose
$1
of
off.
checking
You
in
get
is
$1 off.
okay.
If you check in and you buy your product, you get $1 off. And as much as I go, that adds up.
That's smart money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all. All right, man. Let's get out of here.
It's been a great Tuesday morning. I appreciate everybody being in with us. Hope you have a great rest of the day. If you have some time to waste tomorrow morning, get back in here and we'll do it all over again on Hump Day. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all.